and welcome back to
Hashtag Convent News.
I'm Lauren Wasserman,
And I'm Ava Jones.
and today we will be interviewing the presidents of the Edgar Allan Poe fan club.
And later we'll be talking about the news trends.
Hashtag turtlenecks, hashtag high knee socks. I'm Lauren Wasserman, and today we are here interviewing the presidents of the Edgar Allan Poe fan club, talking to them about their favorite short story, The Cask of Amontillado.
This is Jossie S.
And this is Kelly Rashalavitz. Close enough!
Personality, but okay. Our first question topic is the irony of the cask of Amontillado. What do you feel the irony is, and can you please have examples, and how do they make you feel?
Well, the major point of irony, I believe, is both the narrator and the audience are aware of the big joke that's pretty much going on for Fortunato. He's oblivious to what is going on in the world around him. He's willing to follow this man into a catacomb. Of course, he's drunk, but maybe you should have learned to control his alcohol. But, point being, we all know what's going on, except for a few of the characters in the story.
Okay, so Josie, how would you feel foreshadowing is portrayed in this story?
Well, when we were reading the story, we didn't see much foreshadowing, so we don't really think that's a major part of the story.
Oh, yes, I agree completely.
Oh, that's very interesting. I agree in that topic. What about flashback? What do you feel about flashback?
We also thought that there wasn't much flashback in the story because it's all really in the present, and it's all about what's going on in the moment and not necessarily flashbacks or foreshadowing.
I believe that's also how Edgar will sort of keep you in the story. He
Yeah.
doesn't
First
really
name,
draws
you must be very close
the-
to him if you
We're
are
tight
first
down.
name.
But
That's weird.
he often will stay in the present to sort of keep your interest. It's
Yeah.
not getting lost.
Yeah, it draws the reader in.
There's no expedition.
Exposition.
It's all the same. That's what I said.
Okay, now back onto the interview. So how do you think tone is used in the story? What is the tone of the story, and how does he portray it?
Well,
Please
the
have some
tone-
examples and how
Yeah,
they make you feel.
Okay.
Please.
Well,
please.
the tone is very distant and mysterious and eerie, and very disconnected from any emotion because it is very gory in the reading. And the tone really makes the story. You wouldn't be drawn in or as, almost terrified of what's happening to the main character if you didn't have this super mysterious tone.
Very, very interesting and informative. What role do you feel the language plays in the story?
Well, the language really shows where the narrator comes from. The fact it's using very eloquent speech patterns and the way it sort of carries together it.
Yeah.
What do you like to say?
Well, it really also, that's what makes the story so meaningful to many people is that he uses such eloquent language. So it's much different from a normal scary story, but it's much more, developed in a way.
Indeed. How does it help your understanding of the story? Does it strike anything, or?
Well, it can often hinder one's ability to take in the story because if you're not used to the writing style or the language, you'll be completely oblivious to what is going on.
But
Yes,
also, it adds emphasis using these really developed language.
Indubitably. What deep thoughts do you guys have?
I can really tell that you are very interested.
Super
Interested.
fans, might I add?
Yeah.
of Edgar Allan Poe?
You must have been very connected with him since birth.
I never married my 14-year-old cousin.
What are some words or phrases that help you understand or comprehend this very confusing story?
Well, I feel like words and phrases aren't as important as just being able to get into the
I'll take over from here.
into the flow of the story. Like
Yeah.
it could be a totally different way of writing, but you just need to sort of focus on how is a sentence put together in this
Yes,
genre.
exactly.
As very busy reporters chapters.
We have
weren't able
places
to
to be.
read. Also,
Also.
we had to go soon.
We have
We
to-
also weren't able to read the story before you came. We just had a very quick
We just
we did read it.
Oh my
But
God.
from what you guys have said, it really helps us comprehend.
Thank you.
Thank
I really
you. We're glad we
understand
helped you.
Edgar Allan Poe now, and
Alright,
I'm
thank
really
you.
cool.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
This is terrible.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Hashtag comment news. See you next
Bye.
time.
No, wait, no, we're gonna talk about Heiny Socks.
Oh,
Coming up, Heiny Socks.
coming up with Tiny